Hey, so I just want to make a new video on how to set up your mapping for Magic Finding. Since I know quite a bit of people are actually quite new to MF this league and I watch my videos, so I thought I would make this video to help some of you guys. So yeah, how do you set up all your, sextants, scarabs, compasses, all that, right? So I use these different websites, which I'll go over. So for scarabs, I just use Shadow Site. It's the best way to do it. You just do divine, then click any scarab you want. Let's say, divination, right? That easy. Scarab's the easiest one to do. And then of course it's like whatever. Make sure you show online, of course. And yeah, right. Just buy whoever is selling. That's it. For compasses, you use something called pewestack.com. You'll have to connect your Discord account and your Pewy account, but it is very, very useful, and I highly recommend to use this website as it will save you a lot of time. So you go to pewestack.com, you connect your account, and then you go to TFT Compass, and now you can just buy any compass in bulk, right? You type in here right here, Strongbox and Rage, and your quant you want. What you gotta do is, let's say you want 10, you do copy whisper, and then in game, Control V, and it has the price for you too. It's like 6 div, 170 chaos. So yeah, very, very useful. This website will save you a lot of time. Highly recommend to always use Pewestack. And yeah, this works for every compass, of course. So you want like Beyond or something, right? You don't have Beyond, of course. So yeah, and also, pretty much everyone here responds. So it's not like you have to spam whisper with people. Like the first person you message will most likely respond. And then of course, the last thing is very important is the Regex. So if you don't know what a Regex is, essentially what a Regex is, a code that when you copy into the game, it will essentially sort your maps. So let's say, you can't do Ellie Reflect, right? So you click on Ellie Reflect, but let's say, man, I don't want to do negative max res either. So you do that, right? And then you copy this code, you paste into the game to highlight items right here. And now it'll highlight every single map that does not have Ellie Reflect or negative max. So none of these highlighted maps have either of these mods, but these ones that are not highlighted do have these mods, right? Yeah, this website is very, very useful. As doing a regex for your maps is extremely important. If you're just running like any 8 modded map with any modifier, you're gonna constantly die, and it's not gonna be good. So yeah, I know a lot of people are following my build this league, and they always ask me like, "Hey, what's your regex?" The reason why I'm not sharing my regex this league is because of what happened last league. What happened last league is that so many people followed my build. It got to the point where it was impossible to buy maps with the regex I even gave out because there was just too many people following it. So yeah, that's why I'm not giving out my regex for this league. But I can recommend some mods you should avoid. Obviously, if you can't do Fizz or Ellie Reflect, you can regex these out. Ellie Reflect is doable if you have like a Charm, for example, though. If you're playing Ellie Tornado Shot, you actually do need to regex Fizz Reflect because you don't have any way to reduce the Fizz damage from the base of the Spine Bow. So yeah. Other, bad mods can be like Max Res. This will kill you a little bit. This one's really bad. Monster deal Fizz damage extra chaos. This is really bad if your build has no chaos res. If your build has chaos res, this is perfectly fine. Like for example, I do this mod, but if you have no chaos res, yeah, not good. Increased speed. This one can be pretty bad. Once again, kind of depends on your build, but yeah, this one can be really, really rippy. It's a very, very rippy mod. I personally usually avoid this. Was one of the bad ones. Ellie res is completely fine because you have inverted resist. I think the only other bad ones I would really avoid is crit damage reduction. This one right here. This one is extremely bad. It's like 40% crit damage reduction. That's then increased by your non-unique map modifier from your Atlas tree. So remember, all these mods are increased by this. And this is like, yeah. This is, I believe, 60% increase effect of modifiers. So this 40% crit damage reduction goes to like 64% or something, which means you're doing 1/3 of damage. So yeah, it's a very bad mod as well. So I would recommend to not use this mod as well if you're doing like LETS. So yeah, also just take a look for yourself. You can only regex so many maps out. You can't like regex out every single mod, right? You can only do 50. So for example, you just keep clicking on these. Eventually you reach the limit and it tells you error 55 out of 50 characters. Yeah, so you can't regex out every mod. You got to pick and choose, you know, which ones you want to do, which ones you not want to do, right? So yeah, just do make your own regex. Not that hard. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. That's it for like the three main things, how you set up your maps. Personally for me, if you want to know how I set it up, I put all my maps in one tab that I do. So I'm like adding maps right now. I put all my sections in one tab that I'm also going to do. I'm also out right now. And then like anything spare in like another tab. So yeah, that's personally how I set them up. You can do however you want though. And if you're selling 8 mods, I highly recommend to have a quad tab. Quad tab, I think it's kind of mandatory if you're selling 8 mods, to be honest. I really highly recommend this. It makes it way easier. Selling 8 mod maps in a regular stash tab is really painful. So yeah, do have a quad tab, 1 or 2 for 8 mod maps. It will help you a lot in selling and buying. And usually don't want to sell 8 mod maps, say like 300 to 400 anyway. And the last thing I want to just go over real quick is the 8 mod Atlas strats. So I get asked like, hey, which strat should I do? You know, personally, I do this Legion tree, but I want to say this Legion tree is very difficult if you're not geared. Legion needs a lot of damage to break them out when you're doing like 8K wisp maps, you know, with this Deli plus beyond, right? So I do not recommend this tree unless you are very geared. Like Headhunter, 1300 LA DPS bow, like plus 2 arrows, stuff like that. I couldn't really do Legion until I had that type of gear. So keep that in mind. If you're just starting out, no Headhunter. I do have this one right here. This is just basic 8 mods. No Beyond, Temp Deli, so we're not taking like another nightmare or anything. This is just very easy and cookie cutter 8 mod. You guys sell the maps on TFT, of course. Now the maps, I do get a question a lot. All the maps sell? All the maps do not sell on TFT, but about like, I would say 70 to 80% of the maps do sell. And that's enough. The compass is so cheap that it doesn't matter if even half your maps sell. You will make back the money. So yeah, I can highly recommend this 8 mod if you don't have Headhunter. It's the easiest one to do. It's what I did personally at the start as well. So I started a strat without Headhunter. This is the strat I did. And then yeah, there's also like Harvey and Elder. Elder's kind of weak. I don't recommend it this league. It was pretty good last league. Harvey is okay. I think if you don't want to do 8 mods, I think Harvey is your only other choice. The reason for that is because Harvey is pretty easy, right? It's easier than Abyss, and it's easier than Legion. So you can take a look at Harvey as well. So yeah, that's about it for the video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. This is how you set up your whole 8 mod strat. As I know, like I said, quite a few people are probably new to MF and aren't used to all this stuff. These websites kind of are like mandatory to use, or it becomes really annoying. But once you get used to them, it's really easy. Like I buy compasses like once every like 2 or 3 days. I buy Scarabs once every 2 or 3 days, and I'm like set, right? I do a lot of maps a day. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. And that's it.